This is a Qingtuan from KFC, and this is a continuation of my last video. If you remember from that last video, Qingtuan literally means green ball or verdant lump. It is a traditional Chinese springtime delicacy, and so I guess I should salute Colonel Sanders for saluting this Chinese heritage. So I ran into this little lump of surprise when I went to KFC to get a drink. Now, why would I go to KFC to get a drink? Because Colonel Sanders is making a foray into China's booming milk tea industry. So they have unveiled several new products, such as this cherry blossom themed line. Now, cherry blossom doesn't have as high a status in China as the sakura in Japan. Nonetheless, cherry blossoms are still found in many places. There are like entire forests of them, and streets are just lined with rows of cherry blossoms, like these videos from the past couple of weeks. So other than the cherry blossom line, KFC has also rolled out some Biluochun based milk teas. Biluochun is a renowned Suzhou green tea. Well, it's grown everywhere, but Suzhou is most well known for this. Biluochun, the three characters respectively, means green, snail, spring, referring to the leaves' color, and curled up shape, and the best season. So while I was getting the Biluochun milk tea from KFC, I noticed they are selling these Qingtuan, so I decided to buy a few and give them a try. So let's give this a bite. What do you know? Tastes like fried chicken. Just kidding. The filling is 咸蛋黄肉松, salted egg yolk, and meat floss. Salted egg yolk is usually made from duck eggs cured using brine or a mixture of salt, mud, and ash. And meat floss is a dried meat product. It's made by stewing and shredding and drying meat, usually pork. So this has a savory, sweet kind of flavor, or artificial flavoring, given it is KFC, so it tastes kind of like fast foodish. But that's expected. Is the artificial flavors and artificial colors, but the colors, the colors do look pretty nice. The green on the outside, gold on the inside. I think we Chinese would call this 金香玉, or maybe it's 玉香金. I could never remember which one's which, but it will be jade inlaid with gold. So green on the outside, the green dough, and the gold filling on the inside. And you know what? It sounds like super auspicious because you got the green dough. Catch my drift, and then you get the like bling bling gold. Yeah, like super auspicious. If you're feeling auspicious today, hit that like. So maybe I should go buy myself a lottery ticket today. So I'm gonna set this half-eaten little piece of jewel aside because I'm gonna take some close-ups later. And then before I go on to the next Qingtuan, I'm going to cleanse my palate with a sip of this tea, which is Biluochun, by the way. So the leaves have straightened out and sunk to the bottom because they've been steeped. But previously, in the dry forms, they got curled up and the color's a little darker. So next, I have the Qingtuan remaining from Zhu Ayi. That's the shop at the Fengmen Hengjie wet market. See my recent videos. Two flavors. I got one of each. Well, duh, of course. Let me try the savory one first. Should be this one. This one should be the meigancai. See a little like dark shreds on there? The meigancai preserved vegetable. Now the meigancai, I've spoken about this in some recent videos. It could have originated from Huizhou of Guangdong province or nearby Shaoxing of Zhejiang province. It's hard to say for sure, but it is easy to say for sure that meigancai is huge in Shaoxing and huge in most of the Jiangnan region in general. So meigancai is also known as wugancai, literally dark dried vegetable, because of the dark color, which comes from the repeated drying of the production process. And the flavor is similar to its color, just like deep, like savoriness, sweetness. And usually in the Qingtuan fillings, some lard will be used. I've had Qingtuan in the past, the lard is really greasy, but I think Zhuai has the amounts like nailed down, so it doesn't feel very greasy, but the fat really like amplifies or like deepens the deep flavors of the meigancai. Okay, so I'm gonna cleanse my palate again with the biluochun. There's no like strict requirement on what kind of tea to drink with the Qingtuan, but biluochun is a natural choice given the color and the seasonality, so they just go like hand in hand. This next one is going to be a sweet Qingtuan. You see the little black dots on there? It's black sesame. Oops, I guess I squeezed on it a little too much. Red bean paste is probably the most classic filling, but black sesame is super popular as well. I could taste the really fine graininess of the ground sesame, and it has that rich sweet flavor, but not too sweet. I could still perceive the characteristics of the dough. The dough is made primarily of sticky rice, so which is why you could probably tell that they stick to the plate, and that's also why when the little lumps come off the steamer, they'll be brushed with a light coat of oil to prevent the lumps from lumping together, and also prevents the dough from drying and cracking too quickly. And the greenness, it comes from something called aicaо, Chinese mugwort. This plant is most potent in spring, which is why Qingtuan is a spring thing. And this idea transmitted to Japan sometime around Tang Dynasty, and that led to the Japanese kusamochi, but that is made using the Japanese mugwort. These are usually made using the Chinese mugwort. They're related plants. Now, previously I said that the plant used is called wormwood. So I guess wormwood and mugwort, the two are like sometimes interchangeable. But to be specific, the plant mainly used for the Qingtuan is the Chinese mugwort. I said mainly because the barley grass is also very common, particularly with the zhengyi style. Zhengyi, right here. Zhengyi is a town in Kunshan, and Kunshan is a city administered by Suzhou. Yeah, I know Kunshan folks don't like to hear that. But Kunshan is an absolute economic powerhouse. and it's also a gastronomic powerhouse. They are famous for 熬饺面, 熬饺 noodles. They could lay claim to Yangcheng Lake, which is like just world renowned for their Chinese mitten crabs. And then also the Qingtuan of Zhengyi. So I guess like Zhu Ayi is the Zhengyi style. I just realized that after looking at some of the past videos. But regardless of the style or the plants used, usually a few drops of lime solution will be added to the mixture to bring out that vivid greenness. So yeah, that's why they look pretty and they're tasty. So hopefully for the rest of spring, while spring lasts, I'll get to treat myself to a few more of these verdant lumps. In the next video, I'll pick up where I left off. That means going back to Fengmen Hangjie for some fried fish. 再见。